This is the grand tour of the shop. This is an old Sioux valve cutting machine. It still works. It doesn't get a lot of use lately because the main valves that need to be ground are the exhaust valves, and the Honda EV6010, the exhaust valve doesn't have enough of a margin on it to allow you to grind much metal off. So by the time the valve seat is cleaned up, there's so little margin left that it'll tool up. This toolbox is full of just cutting tools, thread restoring equipment, block restoring equipment, anything for the milling machine or the boring bar. This is a Snap-on MT3000A engine analyzer scope. This is a Snap-on MT1665 engine analyzer. This is my best friend. This is an air conditioner. Here in Florida, you appreciate air conditioners. These are just various test equipment, different scanners, hammer drill, sawzall, quarter power, come along, boring bar tools, multimeter, fluoroscope, hammer drills, another quarter power, milling machine equipment, Timken lubricity tester, so forth. This is a boring bar. This is strictly for boring cylinders. This is an old Cedar Rapids Engineering Quickway model. The company was later changed the name to Quickway Manufacturing. But this is a one-trick pony. All it does is bore cylinders. And it is an old power feed one. Manual retract. But it does an excellent job. This beast is a counterfeit of a Bridgeport 3-axis mill. Variable speed. Has a 2-axis DRO. Third axis you have to take off the quill or off the knee. All this is a large piece of marble, or excuse me, large enough to do these generators. It's just a perfectly flat piece of marble that you use to check cylinder heads, blocks, and so forth to make sure that they're flat. At just a microscope. What shop would be lost without it? More cutting tools. This is a project I'm working on. All it is an electric start version of a Honda EU2000i. It's using a Cardone electric window motor. It's working. It is an electric start EU2000, but it needs to be tweaked a little bit. Not quite right yet. This is just a hydraulic shop press, just a 20-ton press. This is a Honda EU65IS generator with a remote fuel system attached to it. This is just storage, templates and so forth. One of the unsung heroes of any shop, push broom. This is tool storage for hand tools. This is my back saver, my hydraulic cart. This is a load test bench. It's specific for the Honda EV4010 and EV6010 generators. It's cut out in the bottom so that the holes will allow it to blow out all the hot air. It's got its own starter motor into it and a load bench, so you can set it up for 2,000, 4,000, 6,000. The last switch is a 1,000 watt load. The others are 2,000 watt loads. This is all just workbench. My favorite Snap-on clock. I wonder why the Matco tool dealer or any of the other tool dealers don't give me clocks. I have to ask them for some. This is a Rebound Stator. I'm getting ready to put it in the generator that's on the load bench. This is a brand new EV 4010 generator, but I had to steal the starter motor out of it. Because one of my customers called me up, desperately needed a starter motor, and I was temporarily out of stock on starter motors. These are both rebuilt EV 6010 generators. These are buckets with parts for specific jobs that I'm working on right now. All this is just storage for chemicals that I use during the rebuilds. And now over to the filthy side of the shop. And no, I don't road race motorcycles, not anymore. This is simply a relic that was left over from when I was younger and braver. This is an oxyacetylene torch down here on the ground. This is a glass bead cabinet. This is just a parts cleaning sink. A bucket of carburetor cleaner with a basket for soaking carburetors. This is just a bench grinder. Two more of the unsung heroes of a shop. A broom and a dustpan. This is storage for generators that are here to be worked on or rebuilt. These are more generators that are here to be rebuilt. Brand new ones in stock. That's just a cherry picker. More of my snap-on clocks. These boxes are just for shipping. This is a parts cleaner cabinet. Think of it as a dishwasher on steroids. Just a rotating drum and spray booms here and here. Heats water up to 190 degrees and sprays it on the engine blocks or whatever you put in there. They come out pretty clean. This is just a kitchen stove. I use it for heating up cylinders to re-sleeve them or for powder coating. This is a new EU 3000i. This is just a hot or shop heater for the occasional colder days. Portable pressure pot for sandblasting. And this is my noisy friend, air compressor. This is a radial arm saw for making crates. Shade tree for when I do occasionally have to work outside on a vehicle. Miller Mig Welder. This is what I use to clean the engine blocks with. It's a parts tumbler. The outside is made from a 55-gallon drum. The inside is filled up to about this level with liquid. In this case, it's a mixture of diesel fuel and hydraulic fluid. This drum is filled full of ceramic beads. So you put any engine parts in there along with the ceramic beads and turn it on. It's on a timer switch. So no matter how nasty the engine parts are when you put them in there, pull them out, they're all nice and shiny. This is simply more hand tools. Matco this time, not Snap-on. This is an overhead hoist. The only thing I use this for is picking up generators to either move them into the parts cleaner cabinet, or the whole purpose of this deep freeze is occasionally I get sent generators from up north with the complaint that they do not run good in cold weather. Here in Florida we do not have any cold weather, so what I have to do is put them in a deep freeze and freeze them overnight, and then pull them out and start them up, and then I can duplicate the problem to see what's wrong with them. And that's about it for the grand tour.